He did it again. It was Brandon, then it was Rami for 2, then Hadi, then Derek.
You tell yourself, you know what, it ain't over until I say it's over.
We've got some crazy news at the 2025 Mr. Olympia, where the reigning champ Samson Dauda has been dethroned by none other than Derek Lunsford, who managed to move up 2 spaces compared to last year and managed to win the highest and the most sought after award in the world of bodybuilding, the Open Class Mr. Olympia. And what a show this was. Every single competitor, especially from the top 5, looked amazing. There were quite a few surprises this year because Samson went from 1 to 4th place. Andrew Jack brought an amazing package and moved on the 3rd place. And then between the 1st and the 2nd place is going to be a big debate because over here we have 2 similar physiques and sometimes it's really hard to understand who deserves it. And I said this before and I will say it again. If both of these competitors, Hadi and Derek, are very close, the judges will give the title to Derek. Yes, there's politics involved. Yes, it shouldn't be like that. The person who really deserves it should be given that title, but unfortunately that's how it works. And the reasoning is that Derek Lunsford overall is a better ambassador for the sport. He's from America, he speaks good English, unlike Hadi, and he can do more for the sport of bodybuilding. And let's face it guys, it's all about money. And if the judges are presented with these 2 physiques and they're very close to each other, they're always going to pick Derek. Unless there's like a big discrepancy between them and they literally have no choice. Hadi is so much better than everyone else and they come off, then of course they have to give it to Hadi. But otherwise, that's why Derek won. And that's why Derek will win whenever we are presented in this situation. But with that being said, come on, Derek looked amazing. He had a great package compared to last year when his legs were a little bit downsized. Heck, he even looked better than he looked at Pittsburgh and arguably at the Arnold. Because at the Pittsburgh, I think Nick Walker should have won. Now when it comes to Nick Walker, I have to say, last year around this time, when we had a situation from him withdrawing from the Mr. Olympia, I thought he's finished. But I was wrong and I admit it. I have no problem admitting when I make a mistake. So he literally shocked the world at Pittsburgh when he brought an amazing package and lots of people, even him, thought that at this year's Mr. Olympia he might win it if he brought the same package that he had at the Pittsburgh Pro. My god, what a show would have been. From what I understand, he came in a little bit bigger, he sacrificed some of the shape and the condition in the detriment of being bigger, but at the end of the day, as we can see, it didn't work well for him. That's why he dropped in the 6th place, which is 6th place guys, come on, 6th best physique in the world. Yes, I know he gets a lot of bad rep for the shape that he's got and the structure and the midsection and the veins, but still, top 6. He's a great bodybuilder. Now moving up to top 5, Martin Fitzwater. This guy has been killing it and his shapes improve more and more and more. So be on the lookout because Martin Fitzwater is going to be a very tough contender to beat in the future. Now the big surprise was the top 4, where Samson Dauda actually came from the 1st place to the 4th place. Now this is for me, it's a little bit hard to understand sometimes the bodybuilding judge, because in 1 year they chase more aesthetics, better flows in the body, taller guys, but then next year they change their mind and they go for something else. And I think this time around, Samson Dauda should actually get a proper coach, not his wife. And another big surprise of this show was Andrew Jack. At the first glance, when you look at this physique, let's face it guys, Andrew Jack is literally the winner. When you see him, that's the physique you want to win. But then when you start to dissect everything, you can see that the other 2 physiques of Hadi and Derek have the edge. Yes, he has the height, the proportions, he got the conditioning right this time, but he definitely can get just a little bit better and then it's game over for everyone. He has the full pack. But him being so inconsistent, I think this is a question mark even for the judges. What is he going to do in the future? Does he actually deserve to be a Mr. Olympia? To wear the crown and not burden? Or should they go with a safer bet like Derek Lunsford? I think this is what the judges are sometimes thinking about, on top of the other metrics. And from what I understand, there's also like a very close score between Hadi and Derek. And as I said to you, it is a very close score. They're always going to give it to Derek because of the reason I mentioned. But let's face it guys, Derek, Hadi, Andrew, they looked absolutely amazing. And any of them could have been Mr. Olympia. But then of course, if you go a little bit deeper, there are other factors which we can't really see that will influence the judge's decision. Not a lot of people actually thought that Derek Lunsford can make a comeback and win again the Mr. Olympia. But we gotta be honest, and let's give it to the guy. He put in the work, he worked on his weaknesses, he brought his legs up, conditioning was very good. I can argue that Hadi's conditioning was better, but this guy is always shredded, always grainy, always veiny. But one thing I've noticed about Hadi, he looked a little bit more flat and tiny bit smaller. I don't know if the hustle he had with the visa and maybe he had another coach, because as we all know, Hani Rambot retired, so he wasn't coached anymore by Hani. Maybe that could have affected a little bit, but Hadi is Hadi. He brought it anyway. But Derek still managed to squeeze in and win the title. So very entertaining, very interesting Mr. Olympia. I really enjoyed the show. I wasn't really sure what's gonna happen until the end. I don't think even the judges knew because they've done like 3 or 4 comparison rounds and then they chose their winner. We can see Hadi was very disappointed, but you're in America and I guess you have to play by the American rules. And let's not forget that a couple of years ago, when he lost the title and he got second place, he removed his medal and he walked off stage. Very pissed off, we understand him, but don't forget the judges don't like that. And they will always tax because of that. It was very bad sport, very bad behavior, very bad for his image and for the image of bodybuilding, so they can't have that. But I love to know what you guys think. Please let me know about your opinion. Did Derek Lunsford deserve the title? He should have been placed second or third. Should Andrew have won? I'd love to hear your opinion, so please let me know in the comment section. As always guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, share and subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Ciao ciao.